Hi crafters, I'm Vicki Sewell, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Do you need a little gift to give your coworkers or friends to perk up their Valentine's Day? I've used the adorable Be Mine bundle from Stampin' Up! To make this holder for the Bath Body Works PocketBac antibacterial hand gels. But before we start, I'd like to remind you that the new mini catalog is live, and you can see it online if you don't have the hard copy. And it's celebration time, which is a great time to get freebies. With a $50 or $100 product purchase, you get to choose a free item out of this flyer. The Be Mine suite includes paper, a stamp set, a punch, some ribbon, and some really cute embellishments. We're going to start with a piece of petal pink cardstock that's 6 1/4 by 5. And we're going to put it on the long side, and we're going to score it at 1 1/2. Two 3/8, which is just a little shy of 2 1/2. We're going to score it at 4. And we're going to score it at 4 7/8. Then we're going to turn it to the 5-inch side. And we're going to score it 2 7/8. Let's get that cutter out of the way. And at 3 3/4. Now we're going to turn this to the 5-inch side, so these score marks are on the left side. And we're going to put it at 4 inches. And we're going to score it 4 inches down to the 1 1/2 inch mark. Then we're going to go down to 4 7/8, which is almost at the 5. And we're going to score from there down to the bottom. And you'll see that's almost touching. It's really hard to see, but it creates a little rectangle here, and it creates a little rectangle here, and it matches up with those score lines that we've already made. So we're going to go ahead and fold those score lines really well to help us see better. I'm just going to press those a little bit because they don't go all the way. Next, we're going to cut away the shaded areas. We have a little rectangle up here that we're going to cut away, a little rectangle here, and then we're going to cut stair steps here and stair steps here. So you're just cutting right on those fold lines. Next, we're going to fold this flap under, and we're going to round this corner with the Best Trio punch, and it'll give it that nice edge at the top. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And that is adds a nice finish to the top of your box. Next, we're going to cut the flaps. I have to think a minute about this. Yes, we're going to cut up on this line, and we're going to cut up on this line to create the flaps. Now, I always go back in and cut just a little corner out. Just makes it fold up more smoothly. It's a little less bulky in the corners when you do that. And then we're ready to fold our box together. So just kind of practice with it for a minute. We're going to fold it up like that with those flaps going in. And this will come around and we'll add some glue there. So it looks like it's going to fold up nicely. We're just going to score those folds really well one more time with our bone folder before we add the glue. And one more here. I always encourage you to play with the box for a minute, get the folds where you want them to be, and make sure that they're going to go the way you want them to go before you start adding glue. So when I practice and play with it, and as I think about it, I know I'm going to have to put glue on the bottom of these flaps. You can also use tear and tape. I'll fold those out a little bit until I'm ready for them. And just kind of close this up around it like that. I'll set it down. Use my bone folder to get those tabs a little tighter. Get in there really good. Next, I'm going to add some glue to this flap. And then I'm just going to fold that around. And I'm going to add some glue to this flap. And fold that one around. Then I'm going to set it down on a level surface and make sure that it's closing up really well. And you can check the flaps to make sure that they're holding up well. Now we're ready to do the fun part. We're ready to decorate. So you'll need some DSP that's cut 5 1/2 by 1 7/8. You're going to score it at 1 1/8, 2 inches, 3 3/4 inches, and 4 5/8 inches. Then we'll just add some glue to it. And wrap it around. There we go. It's looking pretty already. Next, we're going to stamp our bee on some scrap paper. By the way, I like to store my papers in hanging file folders, and I store my scraps in a clear envelope so that I can see them, it's labeled. So here's our scrap. Before I put my stamp on the block, I took the punch and punched out just a template. And then I laid the stamps in the template where I wanted them to be. That way when we punch out, we're going to punch out both the bee and the antenna at the same time. So make yourself a template from the punch. That's the easiest way to use builder punches. I'm just going to gently stamp and stamp my bee with Memento Black on the Daffodil Delight. Then I'm going to line up my punch with both the antenna. Oh, can't turn it the way I want to. So let me cut this corner off. Sometimes you have corners that get in the way. Just cut them off. Then you'll be able to turn the punch the way you want to. So I've got it lined up with the little stinger there and the antenna. There we go. And I get a bonus heart. I'll set that aside for now. Next we need to do the wings. So I'm going to get a scrap of petal pink. Here we go. And I'm going to stamp the wings with petal pink ink onto the petal pink. And then I'll be able to punch out the wings with this little heart shape. So there's his wing. This little bee, stamp set has the cutest expressions. There's a smile, there's a wink, and there's a little smiley face with closed eyes. I'm going to use the smile. So we'll get our Memento Black out again. And just add the little smiley face. Isn't he cute? All right. To attach the antenna, I like to just take a glue dot and roll it up. It goes a little faster than using glue. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the wings. Just a little glue dot and attach it back behind. You can see on the example that I used Pool Party on that one with Pool Party ink. But I wanted to try the petal pink this time. All right, next I have a piece of window sheet, which is probably really hard to see, but it's about 3/4 inches by about 2 inches. And again, I'm going to use my glue dots, just one in each corner, to attach to the back of the bee, like this. And then I'm going to put glue dots on the front of the window sheet this time. Like that. Nope, I had it backwards. I need to add glue dots to the back of the window sheet this time. And then you can just stick it back behind there. And the little bee is flying over the box. Now, we can stamp a sentiment. Love You is in the stamp set. Be My Valentine. And the heart shape punches out with this punch. Just like that. If you don't want to put Love You on it, you can get out one of your Christmas stamps like Joy of Noel, and it has a small to and from on it that will fit on this heart. So Christmas stamps come in handy at all times of the year. I'm just going to keep going with the glue dots. And put that at the bottom. The antenna shape will punch out a small heart. So I'll use that just as a little bonus decoration at the top of the box. Right over here, off the edge like that. And then the sweet comes with this pretty sweet sorbet ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a quick knot there. Trim off the ends. And we're all done. Aren't those adorable? I know anybody would love getting that little gift at Valentine's Day. And I'm going to show you these measurements one more time in case you'd like to get a screenshot. The products I've used are available from my online store. All you have to do is click on the shopping link in my bio at the top of my Facebook page, or go to stampinchat30.stampinup.net. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be yours. If you live in the Chattanooga or Cleveland, Tennessee area, I hold in-person classes on the first Tuesday of the month. Contact me at stamp.n.chat30@gmail.com to pre-register for those. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this free tutorial. Be sure to ink it up and send a blessing to someone today.